I ran out of the house as soon as she told me. What now? Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. I have nothing much to say. We have been together for 6 years and married for 8 months. She suddenly admitted to cheating on me with her former BFF during the first year of our marriage. She cut contact with him after that period. And I always wondered what happened as they were very close friends, but she always said they had a falling out. Well, today morning she dropped the bomb on me and I just got in my car and drove away. I am sitting in a park right now, ignoring her calls, deciding what to do now. Edit, I am at the hotel right now and will stay here for the next 10 to 15 days. Update, so like I said, I am staying in a hotel. But my wife is also with me, albeit in a different room. We will stay here for the next 2 weeks as I want to make some decisions before returning home. And she confessed because her former BFF was coming to the city and asked her to see him. He joked about what would happen if I knew their little secret. So she told me rather than go and see him. That's something, I guess. Update 2, we had some more conversations since my last update and I just wanted to share some with you here. First, she knew the BFF for 6 years before I came in the picture and always had an unrequited crush on him. But never confessed to him. Essentially, she friend-zoned herself. So when he showed an interest in her, around 8 months into our relationship, she thought finally she could be with her soulmate. It was not difficult as they were roommates. It was both an emotional affair and a physical affair. She is writing me a timeline now. As to why it ended, well, she eventually realized her BFF was perfectly okay with approaching someone in a relationship and then essentially becoming an AP. So her crush on him died and she broke it off and ghosted him afterwards. I remember the dude trying to talk to her, but she always brushed him off. She told me at the time they had a falling out. As far as her confession is concerned, he reached out to her by a new Facebook account on Friday night and said he was going to be in our city in January and wanted to meet. When she said no, then he wrote a message about what will happen if I find out about their little secret and accompanied the message with smiling emojis. She was spooked and blocked him. She tried to tell me on Saturday but chickened out and finally confessed on Sunday. She showed me her Facebook chats, gave me all her devices without asking, and I have all her passwords. She is willing to take a polygraph anytime I ask. She says she will do whatever it takes and however long it takes to win my trust back. And I asked her to be honest and tell me if she would ever have confessed. She said no, I would have taken it to my grave. I was not trying to spare your feelings or anything, I was just trying to save our relationship. I knew I would never do it again and I have been 100% physically and emotionally faithful to you since then. I appreciated her response. She didn't give me the BS response of trying to spare my feelings. She admitted to being selfish, which I don't mind. I understand she is a human too. Anyways, that's where we are at. It's still a long way to go, so let's see. Here is the second story. When I was 12, I had a crush that I had liked since the day I first met her. I ended up asking her out and of course she said yes, and we arranged a cheap date after school at 3:45. After school that day, my best friend, who I normally walked home with, left very early, but I didn't think much of it since he did say he was behind on some homework. I went home, got ready for the date, and on the way there I phoned my date. When she answered, I heard one of my friends talking with my best mate in the background. I thought, they probably saw each other coincidentally, so I didn't worry too much. I went on the date and everything was normal. The next day before school, I met up with my best mate and we walked to school until we got to the bikes we left in an alley a week ago. Those bikes are from another story I have. After that, we rode our bikes the rest of the way. I had a bit of homework to finish off, so I finished that while waiting for school to start. My new girlfriend walked up to me and started talking to me just as I finished the homework. We had a conversation for about 2 minutes until my friend, the one I heard on the phone the other day, told me he wanted to discuss a homework project we were doing together. He then said that the reason I heard him on the phone the day before was because my best mate was arranging a date with my girlfriend. I decided that I would confront my best mate and girlfriend after school since school was about to start. After school, my friend tried to leave very early, but I caught him up and said I wanted to discuss when we were going to play some GTA. I immediately grabbed him and slowly pulled him off his bike. He kicked me in the balls, but my friend, the one that told me what was going on, ran over and rugby tackled this kid, bringing me down too. I got up and grabbed my old best mate. I shoved him against a wall and asked him if my girlfriend was cheating. Knowing that I could snitch on him about cheating on a test, he admitted it. I said that he can tell the girl never to talk to me again. When he was leaving, I quickly asked him how long this girl had been going out with him for. He said 3 weeks, meaning she had cheated on him with me. I explained it to him and we agreed that we would confront her the next day. The next day, me and my friend walked up to the girl and confronted her. She admitted to cheating on him with me and then cheating on me with a random kid without me and the random kid knowing what we were getting into. I told her never to talk to me again. And my friend and I met a random kid. He was really nice, apologized, and ended up being the girl's best friend's brother. I'm just like, wait, what now? In the end, the girl got expelled for manipulating people and getting into fights with random girls. One of which I ended up going out with. Here is the third story. My boyfriend and I have been together on and off for 3 years. I have lived separately for over a year, but we are still attempting to work things out. About 2 months ago, things took a turn for the worse. We started to get distant. He ended up buying me an engagement ring, I think to help kick our relationship back into gear. We ended up calling it quits before he was able to give me the ring. So after we split up, he dropped all of my stuff off to me, leaving it all on my porch, including the ring. I thought it was strange. It hurt. I asked what I was supposed to do with it. He said find someone else and use it to marry him. Obviously he was upset. Up until that day we hadn't spoken in over a week. We didn't speak for over a week after that. One day he showed up at my house and said he wanted to talk for closure. That he was done being sad and was ready to move on with life. We had a nice talk. Hugged, and that was that. I thought it was great that he was finally not sad anymore. During the time that we weren't speaking, I met up with an old childhood friend. Met at the mall, had dinner, hung out a few times. My daughter, not BS daughter, hung out as well, only because to me, it was innocent. No kissing, hugging. Nothing. My friend ended up starting to get feelings and I told him we couldn't hang anymore because I still wasn't over my ex, BS. I ended up speaking to BS and we started hanging out and sleeping together again. Things were great for about a week. He then started questioning my daughter, who is 6. She told him that mommy had a secret friend and that he would kiss me and touch my butt, and spent the night. When BS questioned me, my immediate instinct was to deny it. I lied. I admit it. Only because what my daughter told him wasn't true, and since I wasn't there I felt I couldn't defend myself. He already felt I had done wrong. As soon as I was home, I was confronted at work, I explained myself and apologized. He says I cheated on him. I betrayed him. I tried explaining that there was nothing there but a friendship until my friend said he had feelings and I ended it. Bees is still saying that I cheated. Even calling me a hoe over and over again in front of my daughter. He said he can't get it out of his mind and he doesn't ever think he will be the same. We had to leave a friend's house because he was being so nasty to me. He said he couldn't get the image of my legs in the air while another man was having a second with me. That never happened. I feel bad for making him feel betrayed or lived any less and feel as if he can't trust me, but on the other hand I know in my heart that I didn't do anything he is thinking. I want to help him and do what I can to try to repair our relationship, but I'm having difficulty. What can I do to see where I went wrong and fix it? How can I explain myself better so maybe he is able to understand? I am already tired of it getting thrown in my face every chance he gets. He even said that he wants to hurt me like I hurt him. He wants to cheat so I know how it feels. D/day was less than 1 week ago. Help please. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.